Well, welcome into another special playoff edition of the Red Zone. James King, Evan O'Regan back for another night of postseason action.
Yeah, James, let's get right out to the Sac 2, the first game of the night. Undefeated El Dorado hosting the Amarillo in the bi-district round. The Sandies get off to a fast start in this one. First possession quarterback Jet Lopez looks left for Oliver Parsons, and he's got the sideline with nothing but green ahead. The small but loud Amarillo crowd, they love it. Then following an Aztec turnover on down, Sandies need just one play, and they get it from Jude Donovan. He gashes the El Dorado D for 55 yards, and just like that, it's 14-zip. And Donovan wasn't done there. He shows off the receiving game with his 76-yard catch from Lopez, and the Aztecs went into the locker room at halftime at down 21-0, and it was really just a struggle offensively for El Dorado in this one. After losing Elijah Issa in the first quarter, they had to turn to Ryden Estrada on the ground, and the Sandies, well, they were able to contain him for the most part. Estrada did get his squad on the board in the third quarter, but it was too little too late. The perfect season comes to an end with a 45-14 loss.
Yeah, and that was a really good El Dorado team. To next door now, Eastlake playing host to Permian for the second time this season, this time with their seasons on the line. And if you're the Falcons, the one seed in the district, this is not how you want to get the postseason started. Opening kickoff, and Mojo is headed to the house. Tyron Williams on the kickoff return, just his teammate ahead of him, and they give each other the high five on the kickoff return touchdown. Now, Eastlake would give the ball back, and then on the next Panther drive, running back Gavin Black up the gut and outrunning everyone for another touchdown, and their ground attack was just getting started. The next time that the Panthers get the ball, it's John Paul Aranga's turn. He would go up the middle as well for another big gain, and this one would set up another Mojo touchdown. And this one's still going on right now. Eastlake trying to battle back in this second half. They have it closer. It's 31-14 as things stand in the fourth quarter right now. Now, Andress also on the road tonight, taking on Wiley in the bi-district round. The Bulldogs would start on offense first, and Bear Main hits Gage Heighton in the flat quickly. He breaks the tackle, and then he's gone. Touchdown Bulldogs, and they grab the early lead in this one. The next drive, Mang looking to pass again. This time, the Eagles able to step in front of it and head the other way. Nice return there for Andress. That would set up an Andress field goal, but other than that, not much else going for the Eagles tonight as they finish their year with a 46-10 loss. And Evan Chapin was on the road tonight as well, up against Wichita Falls. The Hussey season would come to a close with a 70-28 loss.
But still a successful year under her first-year head coach, Marco Chavez, and a good amount of the production, well, they're going to return next year, so definitely love to see that.
Yeah, exactly. Mainly Davion Singleton, their all-star running back who already has D1 offers. We'll figure out where he goes next year. Excited to see that as well, but it'll be a senior season, and I'm also excited to see what they will be able to do in year two under head coach Marco Chavez. Elsewhere, some other scores from teams that were on the road tonight. Pebble Hills falls in another rematch of a regular season game, 42-14 against Midland. That was a game that, again, the Spartans felt like they could come in and maybe win.
Yeah, and that's kind of the same situation. First-year head coach, so kind of taking the reins, first year taking the reins. So I do think that they'll also have a good year next year as well with a lot of that, I believe, returning talent next year.
Yeah, they do, exactly. And you talked about it, obviously. Gael Ochoa was their starting quarterback for quite some time, and now you got Joe Fernandez stepping in his first year starting, and you could really see him on an upwards trajectory the entire season.
Exactly. When he does well, the team responds with him. So I think once they fall into that pattern next year, they'll get things going. But we also want to talk about Modwood. They took on Friendship. Unfortunately, not all sunshine and rainbows in this one. 77-21 Rams fall.
Yeah, and that's another team that had to replace a lot of offensive talent headed into this year. I mean, they had to replace their quarterback, their number one and number two receivers, I believe. So, again, another young squad that you look to next year and you try to build on what you did this year, regardless of what that final result was. Also, we had Austin on the road tonight against Dumas. That is the one seed out of District 1 4A, and their year also came to a close with a 56-21 loss to the Demons. But what I do love about Austin is, hey, we're going to run the football and we're going to run it well.
Yeah.
So I know that they'll have that back next year, which will be exciting to watch.
Yeah, exactly. I got to go to a couple of Austin games during the regular season, the tail end of the season, and like you said, their ground game just unmatched. So I can't wait to see what they do next year.
Yeah, and obviously, unless Eastlake can come back in this one, that game, like I said, still going on out at SAC 1 right now. They're down 3 scores now, I believe, right?
Yep.
17 points.
Panthers just got another field goal, so it's
34-14 is the score out at SAC 1. So unless they're able to make a comeback, there's just one team, Evan, left from here in El Paso in the postseason now. It is Del Valle.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's one good team to have.
Yeah,
left
exactly.
in the
When you
postseason.
throw up a 63 spot in your first game in the playoffs,
Yeah.
it just sets the tone for the remainder of the playoffs. So I can't wait to see what they do. They'll play the winner of Lovejoy and Mansfield, Mansfield Timberview.
Yeah,
Timberview.
that game's going on right now, right?
Yes, it is. And right now, Lovejoy is up 45-19.
Okay.
So it does look like they'll be playing Lovejoy at some point in the second round. Time, date, and location to be determined.
Yeah, exactly. To be determined, just like our coverage of that, because of course we're going to keep you guys posted on that, on however long this Del Valle run goes, because we're excited to see that as well. But other than that, that does it for this postseason edition of the Red Zone. We appreciate you guys tuning in. It's been one fun year in 2024, Evan. It's been fun to have you.
I know.
alongside
This
you
is
as
my
well.
first year covering football, high school in El Paso. Couldn't have asked for a better introduction. So it's been so much fun to work with you, James, and of course, all of you guys out there as well. So it's been a great Red Zone season. Hopefully not done just yet for Del Valle.
Exactly. So it's not a goodbye. It's a we'll see you later.
Exactly.
That does it for this edition of the Red Zone. We'll see you guys later.